Hello, welcome to Read Refresh, a place to discover timeless books and fresh perspectives that help you grow and live fully. In today's video, we'll dive into one of the most celebrated novels that has touched millions of hearts across the globe, The Alchemist. Through this allegorical story, we will uncover a profound question. Where does true motivation in life come from?
In our early 20s, many of us wonder, what is my true dream? By 25, the question shifts, have I done enough to pursue that dream? And by 30, we often look back and ask, if I haven't started yet, is it already too late? If you've ever felt lost at such crossroads, spending just 2 hours reading The Alchemist may offer you clarity. This short novel of fewer than 200 pages has guided millions toward their own answers. First published over 30 years ago, translated into 81 languages, and sold in more than 170 countries, The Alchemist has become as iconic in Brazil, Paulo Coelho's homeland, as football or religion. Its magic lies in the way every reader can see a reflection of themselves in its pages. The novel tells the tale of Santiago, a shepherd who dares to sell his flock, his most precious possession, to embark on a journey across the desert in search of treasure. The story is simple, yet it has transformed countless lives because hidden within it is the spiritual journey of the author himself. Paulo Coelho's youth was turbulent. At 17, his rebellious spirit led his parents to commit him to a mental institution. Later, he was imprisoned for resisting a dictatorship. At 38, still struggling to find his place, he walked nearly 600 kilometers on a pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela in Spain. That 3-month journey calmed his restless soul and planted the seed for this legendary novel. When The Alchemist was published, it lit up the hearts of countless lost souls and established Coelho as one of the few Latin American authors with global influence, standing alongside Gabriel Garcia Marquez, the author of 100 Years of Solitude.
The Alchemist reminds us that a life without purpose is like a labyrinth, endless wandering without fulfillment. When we focus too much on gain and loss, our dreams quietly slip away. Santiago was born into a humble family in Spain. His parents hoped he would become a priest, a respected and stable profession. But Santiago longed to explore the wider world. With great courage, he confessed to his father that he did not want a priest's life. He wanted to travel, to see, and to learn. At first, his father resisted, but eventually he gave Santiago 3 gold coins, enough to buy a flock, as a way of supporting his son's path. Those coins were more than just money. They were a silent blessing, for the father too had once dreamed of wandering the world. Throughout the novel, every character has their own dream. The popcorn seller who yearns to see Africa, the crystal merchant who longs to visit Mecca. Yet most abandon their dreams under the weight of reality. Santiago is different. He dares to step beyond his comfort zone, leave home, and live the life he truly desires. His recurring dreams of treasure are signs from the universe. His meeting with the King of Salem confirms it. Destiny is nothing more than what you truly desire to accomplish. By following the call of his heart, Santiago begins the journey of his life. And the message is clear. What we regret most is not failure, but the dreams we never dared to chase.
The pursuit of dreams is never smooth. Santiago learned this as soon as he arrived in Africa. First, he faced the barrier of language. Then, he was deceived and robbed of all his money. Overnight, he went from hopeful traveler to penniless stranger in a foreign land. At his lowest point, he remembered the words of the king. When you truly want something, the entire universe conspires to help you achieve it. That belief gave him strength to rise again. He soon found work in a struggling crystal shop. Observing closely, Santiago suggested cleaning the dusty crystals to attract customers. This simple idea revived the store. With creativity, hard work, and bold ideas, Santiago transformed the shop, learned to speak Arabic, and discovered the power of perseverance. After a year, he had earned twice the money he started with. He could have stayed wealthy and secure. But deep inside, his dream of Egypt still called out. Through hardship, Santiago realized that challenges are not punishments. They are tests, preparing us to grow stronger. After months of success at the crystal shop, Santiago faced another choice: remain comfortable and prosperous, or risk it all again to continue his quest. The merchant urged him to stay, but Santiago remembered the king's advice: never forget what you truly desire. He chose to leave security behind and follow his dream. On the journey, Santiago met Fatima, a woman of the oasis. From the moment he looked into her eyes, his heart was filled with love. For a time, he considered staying with her forever. Yet deep inside, he knew abandoning his dream would bring lifelong regret, and even love would become heavy with unfulfilled longing. So he chose to keep moving forward, believing that true love would not hold him back, but would walk beside his destiny. The message is powerful. To achieve something great, we must be willing to let go of comfort, of distractions, even of temptations that seem sweet. Only by releasing what holds us can we reach for what truly matters. As Santiago neared his destination, the trials grew harsher. He was captured by soldiers, robbed of his gold, and told he must turn himself into the wind within 3 days or die. In that moment of despair, Santiago listened to his heart, spoke with the sun and the wind, and connected with the soul of the universe. His faith and love for life allowed him to achieve the impossible. He became the wind and survived. But when he finally reached the pyramids, fate struck again. Thieves beat him and stole everything. Yet in their words, Santiago discovered the truth. The treasure was not in Egypt at all. It was back home, at the very place where his journey began. This full circle journey seemed like a waste, but in reality, it was the essence of the story. For it was not the treasure itself that mattered, but the transformation Santiago underwent along the way. As Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." Santiago proved this truth, that the greatest reward is not gold, but the growth of the soul. A warm, stable, slow, and emotional female voice. The delivery is clear and resonant, suitable for sharing knowledge, self-development content, and book reviews. Through Santiago's story, the alchemist reveals a timeless truth. Real motivation does not come from outside rewards, but from the fire burning within. When you have a dream, pursue it relentlessly. The deepest regret is not failure, but never having tried. Hardship and loss are inevitable, yet every experience, whether joyful or painful, adds meaning and shapes who we become. Like Santiago, even if the treasure lies back where we started, the journey itself, the people we meet, the lessons we learn, is the true reward. Remember, No one can stop you from living the life you desire except yourself. The strongest motivation comes from trusting in your own heart and daring to live by it. Thank you for joining us here at Read Refresh, where we share books and insights to enrich your life. If you found this video meaningful, please give it a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our weekly content. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below.